Today is it. Potential last episode as we take on Barcelona in the Champions League Final. I've got the closest thing I can find to a shirt. It's going to have to do as we need to dress and impress in the Nou Camp against Barcelona. The odds are stacked against us. We got to beat Barcelona in their own stadium to win the Champions League. We've come back from worse. We can do it. Let's get this episode underway. What is going on, guys? My name is Adam. I am a Super Swan. And welcome to episode 85 of the Saving Swans series. Only one game today. It's Swansea versus Barca in the Champions League Final. A few due diligence to do beforehand. A few award winners we have to recognise for the season. Girigori, Young Player of the Year. Milagres was second in the Golden Glove. He was one behind De Gea. So if he'd have kept a clean sheet against Middlesbrough, he could have won the Golden Glove. Adam Jones won Manager of the Year. I would expect that because we won the league. Players Team of the Year, Milagres, Arthur Boning and Zachary Paul make Team of the Year. I'm surprised only those four made it, but those are the four that get the nod. Nathan Evans, he got second top goal scorer in the Championship last year. He had the same goals as Pablo Calbon, but apparently played less minutes, or more minutes I should say. So he's runner-up, but he had a fantastic season in the Championship, and we'll be keeping an eye on him. Aradori had Player of the Month, scoring 6 goals in his last 3 appearances. And yeah, that's the award winners, to be honest with you. No Player of the Years, apart from Girigori. So a little bit disappointing. But if I can now filter my news articles the way I want them to, and find the correct news article, there we go. Historic Champions League Final for Swansea. The first in our club's 112-year history. And this is going to be the lineup. Legitimate selection headaches for this game. Timo Horn in goal. He's our cup goalkeeper. He's got us here. We're going to stick by him. Shelby Johnson gets the nod over Trent Alexander-Arnold. Trent made 2 big mistakes in the last round against Liverpool. Shelby Johnson's been solid for the season. I think he deserves the nod today at right back. Boning, Arthur and Nart, they've been our first choice all season. They've not made many mistakes. They're the ones who deserve to be in the final. Diego, Paul, De Luca, again our first choice midfield 3. De Luca with a 20 long shot, Diego the summer sign-in, and Zachary Paul, the DM in Team of the Year. We got him for $1.5 million for Australia, and he has been a linchpin of our team since he's come in. Jose gets the nod over Correa, as I feel that Jose's had a very good run-in over the last 6 months. I think he is our best advanced playmaker ahead of Correa. And the strikers, so Aradori and Girigori get the nod. Yomar will have to sit on the bench. That was a very difficult call. I can't pick players on name value. I have to go on form. And Aradori has been on lightning form. He has been scoring goals left, right and centre. I can't drop him, so Yomar will have to settle for a place on the bench. Milagres, Trent, Lascelles, Marco Rourke, Almiron, Pineda and Yomar are on the bench for us today. We're on control. We're going to play the football that got us here and see how we get on against Barcelona. First Champions League Final. Is it going to be 1-1, one and done? Or are we going to be set up for disappointment? Barcelona have got a very strong team. Ter Stegen, Alaba, Umtiti, Christensen and a regen Yegorov at right back. Pellegrini and Geraldes in the middle. Piaka, Oyarzabal, Dembele and Luis Suarez. A 35-year-old Luis Suarez. He's not going to be the quickest, but he's got that lethal touch in him to score the goals. Team talk. Passionate. The media have been on your backs for ages now. This is your chance to go out there and stick it to them by proving them wrong. A few players are motivated. All are in perfect morale, except for Jose and Timo Horn, who are in very good morale themselves. Here we are, the Nou Camp, the home of Barcelona. They're playing the final in their own stadium. We have an uphill battle to win the Champions League, but I feel we can do it. I am confident that we can get over the line. We've beaten Liverpool 6-2, 6-5 on aggregate, but a 6-2 win in the home leg. We've got past PSG, who've knocked us out the last 2 Champions League group stages, but we can do it. It's all or nothing in this Champions League final. We have had the better start, 54% possession. Barcelona haven't even had a shot yet, 26 minutes in, although they have now had a shot because obviously I mentioned it. But if we can grab a goal before half time, that will be fantastic. Not the most exciting of Champions League finals. 45 minutes in, no highlights to speak of. Aradori and Girigori on a 6.4. So the striker gamble doesn't look to be paying off. So I'm going to give another passionate team talk. Time for everyone to dig in and get the game underway. Barca have had 2 shots on target. We've had 1 shot on target. A very nervy game from both sides from the looks of it. And we're going to make some changes 60 minutes in. Aradori's now on a 6.3, I might add. So we might have to introduce Yomar. But Johnson finds Jose. Zachary Paul, edge of the box. He's got space. It's over the bar from Zachary Paul. And Barca have made a double change. I think we might have to make a double change of our own shortly. Diego tries to find Aradori. Christiansen intercepts. Ter Stegen lumps it upfield. Diego wins the ball back though. Jose finds Aradori. Has a shot on his own. It's wide of the goal. I'm going to make my changes now, as Barca have made theirs. A lot of low ratings for our front 3, and they're the ones that are going to try and win us the game. So, Yomar's going to come on for Aradori. He's been unlucky. He's not had the best of games. Jose, I'm going to bring on Almiron for. And we're going to see if the change in personnel will mix things up. I want to see the pitch game. Imagine if it was a goal and we didn't see it. Nope, that's the end of it. 59 minutes. DeLuca's going to get on the end of this. Who's he going to try and find though? He's going to run on his own. He keeps going. Tries to find Girigori. He does. Crosses it in. Tries to find Yomar. It's tipped over the bar from Ter Stegen. What a save. It's still 0-0. DeLuca. Arthur scored 2 goals in the last league game of the season. Geraldez just pumps it upfield, and Timo Horn is going to eat that up for days. And we start again. I'm going to encourage the team. See if we can grab something out of this game. Girigori's come back into it a bit, 6.6. Yomar whips it in. Diego's going to get on the end of that to try and recycle it. Boning to Zachary Paul. Some slow build-up play, but we're retaining the ball. Zachary Paul to Diego. Finds Yomar on the box. Ter Stegen with a save again. We're threatening. We look the more threatening. But we'll wait until 85 minutes, I think, before making another sub. Because it could very well go to extra time in the Champions League final. We'll make one more change. Who's it going to be? I think it's going to be Zachary Paul. He's looking a bit tired out there. Marco Rog can come in for him. And it does look like, unless there's going to be a goal in injury time, we're going to be going to extra time. It's 0-0. It's been a very nervy game. We've had 2 clear-cut chances, 2 half chances, 16 shots altogether. We're going to encourage the team and start extra time. This could go to penalties. Not been the most exciting of games for a Champions League final, as much as I've tried to hype it up. Marco Rog's picked up a knock. We've made all our subs. Unless we get a 4th one in the Champions League. I'll have to check. So I'm not sure if we do or we don't. But Diego wins the ball back. Almiron. Marco Rog, the one with the knock, but DeLuca Midfield 3 passed it between ourselves. Marco Rogue. Lovely ball to Yomar. Yomar hits it wide. The strikers have not been on form today. Both Aradori and Yomar's not been their finest, if I'm honest. I mean, 3 clear-cut chances, 2 half chances. We've not put them away, and it could come back to bite us in the final. Do we get an extra sub in the Champions League? We're going to find out. I think Marco Rogue's fit enough to stay on. Yomar, we've brought him on as on a 6.0. He's been worse than bloody Aradori. But can we bring on Pineda for Rogue? No, we can't. So we don't get a sub. So we're going to have to stick with a team that we've got. We're going to tell them to get creative. Our strikers have not turned up in this final. And if we do lose it, we know why. Unfortunately, Aradori was not very good today. Yomar's been even worse. Girigori's had a quiet game. And we think we're just going to play this out to a penalty shootout unless something happens in between. Unless something happens in between. Wendell gets the goal for Barcelona and we are 1-0 down in the Champions League final in extra time. It's from a corner. He gets clear. It's time to mix things up. We're going to push the fullbacks forward. We're going to move Almiron up front. We're going to put Yomar as an advanced forward. Well, we're going to make Almiron an advanced forward. In fact, no, we're going to make Girigori the advanced forward. Almiron and Yomar are going to help him each side. Corner from De Luca. Ooh, we're going to go on attacking. I'm going to also try and force the game as well to get the equaliser. Yegorov finds Suarez. Christiansen. Oh, it's Dembele. He's got room. But Timo Horn makes the save. We've got 5 minutes to get an equaliser if we're going to win this Champions League final. Geraldes with a corner for Barca. Whips one in. Girigori clears the ball. I'm going to tell him to push forward, but I think it's too little too late. And the strikers, I think, are going to have to take the blame. They have let us down. Johnson clears the ball, and Barcelona have won the Champions League in extra time. Our strikers have let us down. Aradori didn't have the best game. Yomar came on, was even worse. What was the final ratings for the team? Yomar, 5.9. Jose, 6.4. Aradori, 6.3. It wasn't meant to be. It was unlucky. We got to the final. Another day we could have won, but Barcelona lift the Champions League trophy. So we still have a goal for Saving Swans. We haven't won the Champions League this season, but we have won the league. And that is an achievement on its own. We shouldn't be disappointed. We should be proud. Marco Rogue's out for 2 days. Zachary Paul's been well in training. Swansea receive about £40 million, which we give 4.8 of that back to the team. Barcelona will look back, and they won it in their home stadium as well. But it wasn't meant to be. But we do have a goal. The series does not end. We now go into next season with a goal to win the Champions League. We'll skip on a day and do the necessary sort of season wrap-up, as I'm sure there'll be plenty of news for us to go over. I will see you for the news. Mbappe's won the Golden Boot of the Champions League, scored 11 goals. Yomar came second place with 8 goals. Dream teams dominated by Barcelona, but Nart and Diego do manage to make the dream team. Timo Horn second in the goalkeeper of the season. And that's pretty much it for our players. Best 11. You can pause it if you want to see the best 11. But apparently that is Milic is still there. Boning, Lascelles, Trent is in the best 11. Rica's still there, but we don't talk about Federico Rica. Embolo's there, Lucas Moura's still there, and Roque Mesa's also there as well. End of season awards. Girigori is the fans' player of the year. Fabio De Luca with the goal of the season. It's against Liverpool. That means it can only be one goal. The one long shot of the season. Mr. 20 long shots. Fabio De Luca gets to the edge of the box. Smashes it in the top corner. That was the start of the revival to get us to the Champions League Final. Season review. Few would have tipped Swansea to achieve more than continental qualification at best heading into the season, but the Swans confounded every expectation by finishing top of the pile as unlikely champions. We also won the Community Shield. We were runners-up in the Champions League Final, and we lost in the final of the Carabao Cup as well, but we lost to Spurs in the 5th round of the FA Cup. Where are they now? You can pause that if you'd like to know where the team of 27... Oh, no, we will read this. This is our original team. So, Eurosport looks back on the Swansea team of 2017, including Delafoué and Mawson, because we got Delafoué on loan. Sanchez at Bayern, Delafoué's at City, Rika's at Everton, Mawson's at West Ham, Borja Lasso, that's a name I haven't seen for a while. He's at Granada. Tammy Abraham, we had him on loan, played for Burnley. Tom Carroll's at Leicester. Fernandez is out in Qatar from the looks of it. Boney's at Las Palmas. Jordan Ayew's at Newcastle. We seen that when we played Newcastle. Kyle Bartley plays for Sheffield Wednesday. Young plays for Forest. Norton plays for Ipswich. And Fabianski, what's he doing? He's a goalkeeping coach. And not a very good one. And he doesn't like me. Stuani, he's retired. He was a brilliant player for one of the seasons. And Olsen is a coach. Not a very good coach either. So that is the original team that we had there. End of season team meeting. Let's discuss plans. So a few players are down because they've lost the Champions League Final. That's understandable. We're going to aim to qualify for the Champions Cup. And the team want us to show more ambition. Yeah, we'll win the title. Yeah, we'll go for the title instead. I mean, to be fair, we should be, as we did win the league last year. I can't see a reason why we wouldn't be. But end of season review, the board are delighted with the leadership qualities. They're understandable that they're disappointed by losing the Champions League, but that's fair enough. We'll confirm the pre-season, and unless there's anything else, we'll do the wrap-up. Oh, there is something else. Something that I've completely forgotten about. So, at the end of last year, the board were looking for planning permission to build a new stadium. And we've had that permission. Construction of Swansea Stadium, very, very originally named. I thought it might have been called the Leon Britton Stadium, personally. But we will be building a new stadium. £189 million it's going to cost. We've got a loan of 102 mil, but we have offset 75 mil with sponsorship. It's going to be a 45,000-seater stadium, and that's going to be finished at the end of the 2026 season. So 2 years' time, we've got 2 more seasons to go, and then we'll be on our new stadium. I hope we get that far. I want to see us in our new stadium. Board requests to meet club improvements. They want to improve our youth level. I agree. That is a great idea. So the board are going to do that as well. I don't think there's going to be any other new news. So what we're going to do, we're going to have a look at our squad. Oh, they're all on holiday. Of course they are. We're going to have a look at our squad. I'm going to discuss maybe our aims for next season. So we've won the league. We've got to try and defend our league title next year. We've got to try and build upon the success of last season. I mean, what we'll do, we'll look at the squad depth, actually. I think that might be a little bit better. So if we go to... Where do I find the squad depth again? Is it dynamics? No, team report. Squad depth. Oh, it does this, where I have to, like, remove a player, and then they all come back. So, addressing the positions. Goalkeeper, we're fine. I'm confident in Milagres. I'm confident in Timo Horn. I think we can do a job. I think those two are the best we're going to get. If we're going to sign a goalkeeper, it's going to be for a lot of money. I don't think they're going to do the job as well as those two. We're going to stick with how we are. Milagres is going to be the league goalkeeper. Timo Horn will be our cup goalkeeper. Right back at the moment is kind of between Trent and Shelby Johnson. I mean, I know Arthur can fill in, but it's going to be between those two. Again, I'm happy with the strength at right back. Shelby Johnson has really caught on this year. He's sort of him and Trent are very similar players. Trent is quite versatile. He can play across all of the defence and midfield. But I think next season's going to be maybe a breakthrough season for Shelby Johnson. I think he's going to try and improve because they do think he is going to improve. So right back, I'm confident there. Defence. So if we clear out Zachary Paul, Llorente, it's not going to be them. I mean, Arthur and Boning are our first choice. There's no arguing that. Cabrera's a decent stand-in. Lascelles is a little bit past it now. He's been with us from, I think, season 2. He's been with us. But I know we've got Ross Pugh coming back on loan from Aston Villa. And he's apparently now ready for first-team football. And he's a homegrown player as well. So we are going to try and integrate him into the team. And if we can't, we'll send him out on loan in January. Unless a fantastic centre-back comes on the market, I don't think we're going to be making any moves in the transfer market for a centre-back. Left-back, Target, Cabrera and Shelby Johnson. Those have been our 4 left-backs. Cabrera can play left-back, but we don't really play him there. Shelby Johnson's been used there as an emergency, but like not, is definitely the first choice. Target is a very good backup. He does what we need us to do. He's not the most flashiest of players, but he can put in a cross when he needs to. Midfield, we are stacked in midfield. We have got players coming out of our years in midfield. I mean, if we take out Trent, if we take out, Jose, we can take out Correa. Well, Almiron plays there. Roque Mesa, I think, has played his last year of first-team football. He only came on in the league game, really. We didn't really use him. So we're going to take him out of the equation. Arthur doesn't really play midfield. I think apart from that, that is pretty much everyone, to be honest. We've got Zachary Paul, Diego, Marco Rog, De Luca, Llorente. Llorente's one that doesn't play much anymore. We might have to look to move him on. Another one I'm thinking of moving on as well is Almiron. He hasn't had much game time. He's a fantastic player, don't get me wrong, but he's money that we could use elsewhere to maybe strengthen, maybe get another really good midfielder to come in. Maybe another ball-winning midfielder, because Zachary Paul is the best ball-winning midfielder we have. But apart from that, we haven't really... Marco Rog plays there sometimes, but Marco Rog's more of a Mazzella anyway. So we might have to move on Llorente and Almiron if we can. Attacking midfield, it's kind of Jose, Almiron and Correa. Those are the players that really play there. Jadon Sancho is another one we might have to think about moving on. We don't play wingers much anymore, and if we do, it's either Correa or not that plays there anyway. So Jadon Sancho, unfortunately, might have to find himself out of the club. I'm happy with Jose and Correa. If we do sell Almiron, might have to look for another attacking midfielder, maybe a youngster to come in. And then we got the up front situation. So if we take out De Luca, Correa, Jose, Almiron and Sancho, those are the 4 strikers we have. So Yomar, Aradori, Embolo and Girigori. Yomar and Girigori, I think, are our first choice. I don't think we can get rid of them. They are the top ones we have. Aradori's had a breakout season, and upon to this, Aradori is better than Embolo and Girigori. So, and Aradori has won us a league title this year, so we're not going to get rid of him. Embolo's kind of the weak link at the moment. We have had offers from him before, and I think if we do get an offer for him now, I would be willing to listen to offers for Embolo. We could probably get 60 mil plus for him, and again, reinvest it in the team. Look for young players who can develop into the team, because we want to win the Champions League. That is our goal now, to win the Champions League. So unless we're going to sign superstar players, the team's pretty much set up. I'm happy with what we got. I mean, Nathan Evans, striker's coming back. He's been championship top goal scorer. We've got a replacement ready-made for Embolo. So, and he's a homegrown player as well, which will help our Champions League quota. So that'll be something to think of. So unless, a major player comes available in the market, we've got the squad. We can reach the final. We've proved that. We've won the Premier League. We can prove that. So we now need to march on for another 2 seasons at least to get into our new stadium. And hopefully by then, we'll be Champions League winners. Hopefully multiple-time Premier League winners as well. I've babbled on too long already, so we're going to end the episode and the season here. So leave a like if you enjoyed. We were that close to winning the Champions League, but it wasn't to be. But that is going to be our aim for next year, and hopefully try and retain our Premier League trophy. So tune in next time, guys, for the start of Season 9, I believe it will be. And we'll be going over the new signings. I don't know. Yeah, we will be in the Community Shield because we won the Premier League. Might show that off, might not. I don't know yet. We'll work that out when we get there. And we'll start a brand new season with Champions League ambitions. We upload Saving Swans every Monday, Wednesday and Friday, 4 PM GMT. And I will hopefully see you next time for the start of Season 9. Thank you very much for watching.